And welcome back. For the 7th time in the last 8 months, Zillow downgraded their previous 12-month housing market forecast and real estate market predictions. On top of that, they're forecasting that home values will actually decrease in the next 12 months. So in today's video, I'm going to share exactly what they're forecasting over the next 12 months. And here's their housing market predictions that was just posted on the 20th of December here. So here's what they had to say. Zillow forecasts that home value appreciation will continue to ease down over the coming months. So home values actually increased 10.4% from November 2021 through November 2022. However, though, Zillow is expecting that home values will actually fall by 1.1% over the next 12 months. I've been making these videos for you guys for quite some time, probably about 2 years now. This is the first time I've seen Zillow actually predict that home values are going to decrease in the next 12 months. So Zillow is forecasting that home values are going to decrease by 1.1% from November 2022 through November 2023. And by the way, please leave me a comment below with your thoughts regarding their forecast for home values to only decrease by 1.1% over the next 12 months. It says here this long-term outlook was actually much lower than the 0.8% increase that they were called for in their last forecast year. So last month, they called for home prices to increase by 0.8% from October 2022 through October 2023. Now they're calling for a 1.1% decrease over the next 12 months. And this downward adjustment is due in large part due to expectations for more declines in home sale activity in the coming months. So they're expecting that home sales are going to continue to decrease, and that's going to cause or translate into more housing inventory and therefore putting downward pressure on home prices here. It says a weaker home sale forecast translates to more inventory. In other words, if we have more houses, or actually fewer houses that are selling, that's going to increase housing inventory. That's exactly what we've been seeing so far this year because we've been seeing this decrease of new listings. We're not seeing people listing their houses as much compared to last year. And despite this, inventory has been increasing compared to 1 year ago. And this is due to a decrease in home buying demand. We're seeing fewer contracts being signed between buyers and sellers and fewer closed home sales. And on top of that, houses are taking longer to sell. These are all the reasons why housing inventory has been increasing, not due to an increase of new listings. You can see this when looking at Redfin's data because according to them, it's taken about 9 days longer to sell a house compared to the same time period in 2021. Days in the market is about 37 days. 1 year ago, it was about 28 days. So it's taking longer for houses to sell. We're also seeing fewer contracts being signed between buyers and sellers because pending home sales are down 37% compared to 1 year ago. So these are all the reasons why inventory has been increasing, not due to an increase of new listings, as have been important to you guys for quite some time now, because new listings are down by 21.5% for the 4 weeks ended December 11th compared to the same time period in 2021. In any case, going back to Zillow's forecast here, it says a weaker home sale forecast translates to more housing inventory, more houses for sale, given the fact they're seeing a decrease in home sales, and therefore a faster correction in home values. In other words, a faster decrease in home values, given the fact that housing inventory is expected to increase here. And these are the reasons why Zillow downgraded their previous forecast, because their previous forecast called for a 0.8% increase in home values. Now they're calling for a 1.1% decrease over the next 12 months. Again, that's the predictions for home values from November 2022 through November 2023. They also provided their analysis or their predictions through December of 2023 because they're now projecting that home values will decrease by 0.7% from December 2022 through December 2023. Zillow is also expecting that we're going to be having a 5 million existing home sales in 2022. So 5 million existing home sales that are going to be sold in this year. This is down slightly from their previous month's forecast because last month they were calling for 5.1 million home sales for 2022. Now they're calling for 5 million. Based on that, here's what's needed in order to get to 5 million closed home sales for the entire year of 2022. These are based on non-seasonally adjusted rates per the National Association of Realtors. January through November, according to the National Association of Realtors, so far this year, we had 4.7 million existing home sales in the US. 4.7 million. Zillow's forecast is calling for 5 million home sales this year. And by the way, 5 million home sales this year would be approximately 340,000 less than 2019, and approximately 1.1 million less compared to last year, compared to 2021. Therefore, we need approximately 300,000 home sales in December in order to get to 5 million home sales for the entire year of 2022. And by the way, the National Association of Realtors will post December's home sale numbers and home prices in late January in 2023. And by the way, this forecast for 5 million home sales in 2022 is on par with my forecast that I stated back in August of this year when I said we're going to be having approximately 5 to 5.1 million home sales. I believe it'll probably be very, very close to 5 million home sales this year. Of course, time will tell. And I'll definitely keep you posted. If we do get to 5 million home sales, this would be 1.1 million fewer compared to 2021. And therefore, that would be an 18% decrease in home sales from 2021 to 2022. And going back to Zillow's forecast here, they say high mortgage rates and major affordability challenges are predicted to drive even weaker sales in 2023. I will add to that, if we continue to see a decrease of new listings, that will also drive weaker sales in 2023, where you don't see enough houses being listed for sale. So if we continue to see this trend here, where we have affordability challenges, high mortgage rates, that's also going to drive weaker sales in 2023. But look at this. They're projecting for a total of only 4.4 million home sales in 2023. That would be a 13% decrease from the projected full year of 2022 total. In other words, we have 5 million home sales in 2022 and therefore have 4.4 million in 2023. That would be a 13% decrease in home sales compared to 2022. If this actually comes to fruition, this would be wild because we haven't seen fewer than 5 million home sales going back to 2014. So last time we had fewer than 5 million existing home sales in the US was way back in 2014. And Zillow is projecting for only 4.4 million in 2023. Zillow also went on to say the following here. Mortgage rates cresting above 7% combined with seasonality of our housing market. Our housing market tends to slow down in November and December each year. Put the housing market in a deep freeze this November, sending prices down slightly, down by 0.2%, with further depressing sales volumes. This is based on Zillow's data though, but if you actually look on the National Association of Realtors website here, based on my own analysis, a video I posted in my previous video here, the median sold price in the US decreased by 10.4% from June. From June through November this year, home values, or the median sold price, decreased by 10.4%. However, though, when looking at the averages from June through November going back to 2010, the average was a 5% decrease in home values over that time frame. Therefore, this decrease of 10.4% that we saw from June through November this year is nearly twice as bad as the average, which is June through November each year going back to 2010. The average was a 5% decrease. Now it's down by 10.4%. And on top of that, the National Association of Realtors also reported that home sales in November declined by 35% compared to November 2021. Going back to Zillow's housing market predictions here, they say, but substantial declines in mortgage rates, now down to 6.31%, down from about 7.4% about 2 months ago, and promising data showing a decline in inflation, all give grounds for cautious optimism that the worst is behind us when it comes to borrowing costs. And some of the deferred home buying demand from this fall may return in the new year. That possibility, coupled with still low housing inventory by historical levels, provides a basis for Zillow's forecast continuing to rule out the possibility of double-digit price declines in 2023 for the nation as a whole. So what we're saying here is that we're not going to be, or they're not forecasting that inventory is going to be skyrocketing, causing home prices to absolutely crater here. And because of that, they're not forecasting that home prices are going to decline by double digits in 2023. Of course, time will tell though, right? Because we start seeing a giant increase of unemployment and also an increase of new listings, housing inventory would probably absolutely skyrocket, causing home prices to decrease greatly. But of course, time will tell, and I'll definitely keep you posted. In regards to their quote here saying we still have historically low inventory here, here's altosresearch.com for housing inventory in the US. Because according to them, for the week ended December 16th, we have 521,957 houses for sale in the US. So approximately 522,000. 1 year ago, there was 325,000. In 2020, at this time, there was 454,000. Now again, there's approximately 522,000. But going back to pre-COVID levels, but going back to December 2019, there was just over 782,000 houses for sale. Now again, there's just under 522,000. So what I'm getting at is that we have far more houses listed for sale compared to the past couple of years, but well below pre-COVID levels. So please comment below with your thoughts regarding Zillow's housing market forecast, calling for home values to decrease 1.1% over the next 12 months. Also, if you guys got any value in this video whatsoever, then please hit the like button. I greatly appreciate that. And also, of course, I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys supporting my channel. Hope you guys have an awesome day. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.